For the last year or so, Spider-Man readers have been given stories that I can only compare to this photo of Dan Slott. The current writer Zeb Wells has somehow managed to undo all of Nick Spencer's hard work in rebuilding Peter's personal life, all for his most proudest creation, Paul.
Shut the f***.
To put it simply, us Spidey fans were left stranded on a desert by Marvel's editorial team, looking for a drop of a good story. Well everyone, I think I might have found a great substitute for the Amazing Spider-Man series. In September, Marvel released a brand new series called the Spine-Tingling Spider-Man. This book is meant to be much more dark and horror-like, and so far issues 0 and 1 have come out, and I gotta say, they left me pretty satisfied. But before we get into the details of the stories, we're trying to reach 650 subscribers before the end of the month. With your help, I know we can do it, so be sure to like and subscribe for more Spidey content. So for this video today, we're going to be going over the first release of this series, being issue 0. Now this comic of Spine-Tingling Spider-Man throws us right into Peter's nightmare with a haunting voice singing a song that rips through Pete's mind. He tries to escape it by crawling as far as he can until he finally wakes up. However, it's back to business as usual. I mean, it was just a nightmare, right? Well, this nightmare is just a little different from the rest. Peter's much more exhausted, and every time he tries to focus, he hears that haunting song. This doesn't stop Spidey, however, as he uses all of his strength to get the job done and takes care of this crime in progress. As day turns into night, Spider-Man is just about ready to head home until a cry for help is heard from afar. A woman's boy has randomly collapsed with his eyes rolled in the back of his head while singing the same song from Peter's nightmare. Peter begins to hallucinate, but the call for help is the only thing that brings Spider-Man back to reality as the child is taken to the hospital. Later, Spider-Man realizes he hasn't eaten in a while and orders food, but the person delivering it got into an accident, so we get this nice scene of Spidey taking over the job.
Pizza time.
Finally, with only his order left, he goes to a park to enjoy his food before finally falling asleep. The same song that's been stuck in his head slowly comes back to him until he wakes up in a state of panic. He wanders the night hopelessly until he gets a video from an old foe, Spencer Smythe, who warns Spider-Man of bombs he's planted throughout the city. The song continues to rattle Spidey's brain as he struggles to stay awake. Spider-Man goes to the location given by Spencer and has fallen right into a trap full of spider slayers. Peter swiftly deals with him when suddenly appears Smythe. Well, a robot version of him anyway. Chapter 3 ends with Spider-Man finding the decaying body of Smythe singing the same tune that's been stuck in his head. Then some unearthly being reaches out from his mouth, grabbing Spider-Man and putting him to sleep. In this nightmarish world Peter now finds himself in, he hears a scream for help which is met with futile attempts. Until he hears one voice he knows better than anyone else. He runs as fast as he can to the direction of her voice until he's met with a death-looking figure holding the body of his Aunt May. The death-looking creature deems Spider-Man still too strong and sent him falling until he lands right back into the real world. Once returned, he discovers that the song has killed Smythe and now fears that his Aunt May might be next. He swings like he's never swung before, fearing he's too late. Once he's there, he sees Aunt May in the same state Smythe was in. The song has taken her, and the figure has finally broken Peter, and reduced him to a small, scared little boy until the unexpected happens. Peter, those boys are bullies, Peter. You've been through more than they'll ever know. You're stronger than they'll ever be, and I'm proud of you every day. Peter slowly gets up with newfound courage and stands his ground, and just like that, it ends. Peter realizes that the tower from his dream looked familiar, and he now knows where the sleep stealer is hiding. He's ready to end this once and for all. At the tower, he meets a man named Paul who used to be a loser until he heard the song. He knows Spider-Man is here to stop him and lashes out, forcing him to sleep once more. Back in the weird nightmare world he finds himself trapped in again, he is now stuck in a cage, with the force feeding upon him until everything inside is eaten away. As he wanders hopelessly, he finds a lost kid who needs help. The plea makes Peter remember he is a hero. This is his responsibility. He is Spider-Man. He finds all the people stranded in this weird world and rallies them all up for one final battle. They end up succeeding in their fight, and it's finally over. No more nightmares, no more of that haunting song. Spider-Man saved the day by being the hero he's always been. The side of Spider-Man that feels lost in modern media is now brought to life in this comic. He was able to inspire people to stand up against evil and ultimately win the fight. Issue 0 is more of an annual length type of story, and I tried to summarize it the best I could, so I do hope it wasn't too confusing, but I gotta say that when I first read this book, I was really impressed. Let me start off with the art. I think the artist does an amazing job here with some brilliant panels. I mean, here's some of my favorites. He really captures that sort of horror style they're trying to achieve in this comic, and not only that, but it makes this series feel unique in a sense. The style is more colorful and bold, mixed with this eerie feeling for the more scary elements. It's way better than whatever the hell they got in ASM. I also found it funny how the former loser not only looks like Paul, but is also named after that abomination. This story is filled with a lot of heart and genuine love for the character, making Spider-Man an actual hero who's able to inspire others in a time of despair. Peter acts more like himself in this, which is so refreshing after all the shit we've had to put up with lately. One thing that I just couldn't stop noticing with Zeb Wells' run is that Peter never really felt like he was Spider-Man in it. He never really felt like a hero. Whereas here, it's the complete opposite. This is like the Spider-Man that we're so used to seeing on TV or in the movies, or even in the old comic books. They even went to the effort to make the song that was haunting Peter. I mean, I wish Marvel did more things like this because it just makes this entire comic book way cooler. In my opinion, Spine-Tingling Spider-Man issue 0 is a great start to this new series. In a way, it's a bold new direction with the character, and it's one that I'm excited to see how they continue with. Like mentioned before, issue 1 is out already, and if you want to see me review that comic, be sure to let me know down below in the comments section. But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because here, any support means so much. Let me know what you guys think of Spine-Tingling Spider-Man in the comments sections. I'd love to start a conversation with you guys. And be sure to tune in next time, same web time, same web channel for more Spidey content on the way. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.